But the point is, it's a nice little outline, and it's designed to make sure the comments are brief, they're concise, they're clear. You don't overwhelm somebody with a 10-screen email about how they did a bad job. You just give them 100 words maybe about this is what you need to do. The SEER response stands for this. First of all, state your point. Next, elaborate on your point and expand on your thoughts. Third thing is example. Give an example to illustrate what your point is. And then finally, restate the point. I'll point to Joy over here because she gets a lot of copies on my emails to NERC. I actually use this on all my NERC standard emails if I had to write something very succinct and to the point, because it's very clear when you state things that way. So at this point, Jesse and I are going to do a role play, and I'm going to use the SEER response as we go through one of these negative feedback sessions. So, have a seat. Okay. Jesse, do you have a few minutes?
Yeah. Come on in, Joe. Have a seat.
I'm having a problem with the project budget. It's running over this quarter. The Bravo project is about 20% over budget, which is causing me and the team a few headaches. For example, the department meeting this morning, accounting had to make some budget adjustments to allow the cost for that cost overrun. Our team took the blame. Can you tell me what was the issue with the project budget?
Yeah, I know our VP is pretty ardent about the budgets and not going over, but I think we found we had to increase the size of the unit to meet the needs of the project, and that's, I believe, what's causing the cost overrun.
Okay. Tell you what, next time, make sure you get an email. When you know you have a project overrun coming up, send me an email so that I can kind of stay in the loop and I can report that on to the rest of the team. Matter of fact, remember the Alpha project last year? We had the same kind of thing show up. You sent me an email on that, it was perfect, was able to communicate to the rest of the team. So that's kind of the SEER response. You've heard a few bullet points. We've heard concise, clear, tried to make the point clear, and then as Jesse mentioned some of those positive tips earlier on, once again, kind of give them some give and take there, and then I'm trying to get to a resolution so we can hit our target. Tips for negative feedback, Jesse?
Yes, some of the tips in the manual here the Toastmasters gave us is timeliness. You don't want someone's annual review or maybe the project completion to be the time when you find out, oh, you're over budget, or, you know, way back 10 months ago you did this and I wasn't too pleased with that. So you want to be timely on that. And again, praise progress. If you see that somebody is improving, then make sure you praise them about that. And then the give feedback on the performance, not the person. So instead of using I in your statements, you should use I, not you. Don't say you did this wrong. Say I wanted it this way. So to say that their performance is wrong, but not necessarily the person. And so now we're going to do the second role play. And again, I am the project leader, and Jeff is the one who I am completing the project for. So I'm glad I sent you an email and then we had this time to meet together, Jeff, because I think there were some ambiguities in the project scope of what we were doing, trying to on Project Bravo. Sorry, I left out an important detail. Let's start over. We're going back in time now, and what would have happened if I would have emailed Jeff instead of just letting it run by? So, we're going to start over.
Sounds good.
Jeff, I'm really glad I sent you that email about Project Bravo and the potential cost overruns. And I think I narrowed down what the issue may be, and I think there's a little bit of ambiguity in the project scope here on this objective. So what do you think about that?
Yes, you're right. Looks like it's a bit vague, isn't it? And it's probably not necessary the project as a whole. Why don't we take that out and see what that does for the rest of our budget? We can move forward from there.
I think that's really good because we were about to order the XLT 5000 and that would have
put the XLT 5000
way over budget. So
okay.
I'm glad we had this time, and I'm glad we had the communication and we were able to settle this before it became a problem.
All right. To recap, feedback's purpose is you want to reinforce what's working. You want to keep your team from drifting off its topic. You want to make sure that those expectations are clear. Positive feedback, when you see it, say it. Make it a point to tell your team they're doing a good job. Boost morale, and boost their confidence. And for negative feedback, make sure your expectations are clear. And if you want to have some sort of a pointed conversation to address an issue, attempt using the SEER approach. State what the problem is, and expound on that idea, use an example, recap. Jesse?
And for more tips for positive feedback, remember to share information, not advice. Keep it brief. To accentuate the positives. And for negative feedback, of course, timeliness and praising progress. And remember to give feedback on the performance and not the person themselves. Don't make it too personal. Thank you.